I'm Boaz.
Jason.
Natalie Costa.
Reagan Lerner.
And I'm Emily Young. Our case is whether Hilton should expand into South Africa. They already have 3 locations there, and we plan to expand by building another hotel in Port Elizabeth. To begin, we want to highlight some key facts and statistics about the country of South Africa. There is a large population, but also a large number of visitors per month. The 2 international airports facilitate transportation, especially from foreign tourism. Most importantly, the tourism industry is growing because it is a priority sector in the government's planning and policy strategies. The South African government created the New Growth Path Framework as a plan for economic development and job strategy, and tourism is one of the 6 job drivers of this framework. We believe that this information demonstrates that South Africa has the foundation necessary for a potentially expanding tourism industry. Hilton is a prestigious company with more than 685,000 hotel rooms worldwide. Their mission statement encompasses a broad, ambitious vision for this global company, and one of the main focuses of the company is on quality. There are 3 different tiers of hotels, although all of them maintain high quality. Luxury is the most expensive, including Waldorf Astoria and Hilton Grand Vacations. Full is in the middle, including Doubletree, Curio, Hilton, and Embassy Suites. The most casual hotel category is called Focus, which includes Hilton Garden, Hampton, and Homewood Suites. The hotel that we plan to build in Port Elizabeth would be a Hilton, which is categorized as full, in order to attract the highest amount of foreign tourists. Hilton currently has 3 locations in South Africa. Durban is in southeast South Africa and is the largest city in the South African province of KwaZulu-Natal. Cape Town is the southwest part of the country and is near the Cape Town International Airport and Robben Island. Sandton is near Nelson Mandela Square and Johannesburg, which is also near the Johannesburg Airport. We also want to point out where the worldwide and regional headquarters are, in Virginia and Dubai, respectively.
The 2 main competitors for Hilton are Marriott and the local South African hotels. Marriott is the largest American-based hotel chain besides Hilton, and they attract the same customer base. Many American travelers choose to stay at Marriott or Hilton because they both reach the higher-end travelers and also have a big global brand. Marriott has bought an African hotel chain called Protea Hotels, which has over 50 hotels in South Africa. Local hotels are competitors too because some travelers prefer to get a better taste of the culture. Local hotels offer comfort, food, and style tailored towards the local people. The 5 competitive advantages that Hilton has are Hilton's H Honors Reward Program, Hilton's Supply Management Program, their IT system, global online services, and the Hilton Reservations and Customer Care. For the Hilton's H Honors Reward Program, members gain points for staying at a hotel and can turn those points into either free hotel nights or other experiences that Hilton has to offer. Points can be earned at any Hilton location. For the Hilton Supply Management Program, they maximize purchasing power by consolidating the supply needs of over 4,000 Hilton worldwide and third-party properties. For the IT system, they have management systems that maximize customer loyalty and implement innovations. For the global online services, Hilton has built up high-performance brand websites and has one of the highest-rated mobile apps. They reach out to their customers through social media, mobile marketing, and online advertising. For Hilton Reservations and Customer Care, they have a global network that delivers superior customer service, and they conduct business in over 42 languages.
We decided we would build our hotel in Port Elizabeth because it is the perfect tourist destination. First off, it is right in Algoa Bay, which has protected areas for swimming, fishing, surfing, scuba diving, snorkeling, and sailing. Additionally, the bay prides itself in having the Big 7 of the animal kingdom. These include lions, rhinos, buffaloes, leopards, and elephants, which you can see in the Doe Elephant National Park. And then the bay itself is home to the great white shark and the southern white whale. Other than just tourist attractions, Port Elizabeth is one of the largest cities in South Africa and is in a 15-minute drive from the airport, making this the perfect location.
Whenever there is business expansion, one must always consider the regulation in the country where there is expansion. In South Africa, there are several laws that we thought should be highlighted. The first is the Promotion and Protection of Investment Bill. This enables bilateral treaties between all foreign investors in South Africa. This is important to Hilton because, as a U.S.-based company, This enables for a transparent and open environment for us to operate in, offering securities for our investments that were not offered to us before. Another important act to focus on is the Competition Act of 1998. This law provides basic protections for investors, such as prohibiting collusion and price fixing. South Africa later passed the Competition Act Amendment Act of 2009, a more advanced set of regulations that supported the 1998 law. This act targets cartels, any involvement with cartels, and protects any entity that wishes to be a whistleblower. Beyond laws, South Africa also maintains a competition commission, which oversees mergers, having the authority to stop both small and medium mergers while providing recommendations regarding larger mergers. This is important to us because the organization acts as an official oversight that will create a fair market for us to involve in.
In terms of human relations, South Africa can be slightly complicated. Unfortunately, the apartheid left South Africa with a dearth of skilled workers. The country has an unemployment rate of almost 25%, and although there are many citizens looking for jobs, they are not necessarily qualified for upper-level management. This means that Hilton will have to internally transfer workers for the first several years of operation until a South African workforce is available. Despite the lack of skilled workers, South Africa is home to many universities. Education is mandatory until 9th grade, and classes are taught in both English and Afrikaans. Liberal arts is an unpopular field of studying. Most students choose career majors. Adult literacy is at 93%, an acceptable level. Hilton can expect a more skilled workforce in the future when the effects of the apartheid fade as more and more South Africans graduate college. Although it is difficult to hire foreigners, internally transferred employees can get an intra-company transfer work permit that lasts for 2 years. These permits will be useful to Hilton because of the need to transfer in upper-level employees. Hilton's upper-level management will have to take extra care to learn what South African employees expect from the company and be sure to allow for cultural differences. However, due to South Africa's history of multiple ethnicities, business people are used to dealing with different cultural backgrounds. Workers are expected to work a maximum of 45 hours in a work week, and overtime is only allowed if mutually agreed upon. South Africa's labor unions are beneficial and progressive. Labor unions actively work to ensure better and more equal working conditions. South Africa is fairly straightforward in terms of business culture. Women are welcome in business, although a stigma remains, and they will find it more difficult to advance than their male counterparts. This does not differ much from the U.S. Blatant racism is not a huge issue, but income discrepancies still exist between black and white employees. The working culture itself is rather conservative, with a strong emphasis on Ubuntu, or interpersonal care and cooperation. Relationships are very important, and time must be taken to cultivate strong working partnerships.
Another factor we looked at when determining whether or not to expand into South Africa was the corruption level. In order to determine this, we looked at the organization Transparency International, which determines the corruption level of different countries. So in their Corruption Perception Index, which measures the corruption level of the public sector, South Africa was ranked 42 out of 100, 0 being corrupt and 100 being ethical. Sadly, this score is on the lower half. As you can see, we put down scores of other countries in order to get a better idea of where South Africa stands. Although this index states South Africa's corruption is on the higher end, the Business Anti-Corruption Portal website states that this does not affect the business sector. In fact, South Africa has simple procedures, has a culture of enforcing their contracts, and has a smooth interaction with tax officials. We believe that these three things counterbalance the negative view on South Africa's corruption level. Other than corruption in South Africa, we also have to look at safety levels. South Africa as a whole has high crime rates. However, most of the crime is in the small townships and doesn't affect the touristy areas as much. In addition, if you look specifically at Port Elizabeth, it is definitely on the safer side. It is safer than both Johannesburg and Cape Town and is known as the friendly city. In addition, the biggest crime tourists would have to worry about is street crime like mugging. However, this is preventable. Therefore, we believe that the safety levels in South Africa will not be a problem.
To further understand the potential of investing in South Africa, we wanted to analyze the tax environment and current trends of hospitality industry. For non-South Africans, which includes Hilton, the taxes would only apply to money earned from sources in South Africa. There is also no group tax, meaning each company is taxed as a separate entity. This is so because Hilton was not incorporated in South Africa. South Africa also displays favorable trends in hotel investment. Occupancy rates are projected to increase by 58.4% by 2018, which translates to 28.7 billion rand, or about 2.6 billion US dollars in total room revenue. In regards to inflation as well, there is a projected 5.9% increase in prices per year. However, for room rates, the price is expected to raise about 8.4% per year, which means an increase in revenue per room on a yearly basis. Hospitality is also considered a major contributor to South Africa's economy, recognized as an economic driver by its National Development Plan. This is partly because, as of current, the middle class is on the rise, increasing demand for consumer-based goods and services like booking hotels. While we are focusing on foreign tourism, it is also important to see that the market size of domestic customers grows. We are also looking into transfer pricing to increase profits. South Africa's corporate tax rate is 28% as opposed to the US's 39.1%, so we want to keep the revenues within South Africa to keep 11.1% of the money in our hands.
To sum things up, we have decided to expand in Port Elizabeth, South Africa, making it the fourth Hilton in South Africa. We see South Africa as an emerging market with great opportunity growth. We also see that Port Elizabeth is a place that is business friendly and can attract a lot of customers. The success of other Hiltons in South Africa leads us to believe that having a Hilton in Port Elizabeth will be successful as well. Thanks for taking your time to listen to our presentation, and I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to give us any feedback by contacting us. Thank you.